Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nikodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's 10 p.m. Pacific on Thursday, August 15th, 2023. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter, where we have no sponsors, no hidden agendas, and no BS. But we do have the news, so let's talk about that. Tonight we peek into the dark corners of FTX's former CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, specifically his alleged political manipulations. Binance stands its ground against the SEC's probing reach, while Singapore sets a new gold standard for stablecoin regulations. The tale of prime trust's decline sends shockwaves through the crypto custodial sector. Europe makes history with its first spot Bitcoin ETF, and finally the FDIC casts a wary eye on the crypto landscape, marking its potential risks to the banking world. So let's dive deep into these tales of intrigue, power, and innovation. Sam Bankman-Fried is currently embroiled in a series of legal challenges. The allegations against him are grave, with prosecutors claiming he used stolen customer funds to make political contributions exceeding $100 million. The Justice Department has further accused him of attempting to conceal the origins of these funds by making some of the contributions in the names of FTX executives. This intricate web of financial transactions was allegedly designed to maximize FTX's political influence. SBF's actions didn't stop there. He's accused of leveraging this political influence to lobby Congress and regulatory bodies. His goal? To push for legislation and regulations that would benefit FTX, allowing the company to continue accepting customer deposits and to continue to grow. This, in turn, would perpetuate the alleged misappropriation scheme. The implications for these allegations are vast. If proven true, they highlight a significant breach of trust between a major cryptocurrency exchange and its users. It's not just about the misuse of the funds. It's about the potential manipulation of the political system for personal and corporate gain. The charges against Sam include multiple accounts of fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and violations of U.S. campaign finance laws. The situation took a turn for the worse for Bankman-Fried when Judge Lewis Kaplan revoked his bail, sending him to the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York City. This decision came after allegations that Bankman-Fried leaked documents to the New York Times reporters, violating a court order to avoid contact with the press. These documents were related to Caroline Ellison, a potential witness in his upcoming trial. Tampering with witnesses in a criminal trial is a serious offense, and prosecutors have added additional charges to his October trial as a result. Now, for many in the crypto community, this series of events is deeply unsettling. Bankman-Fried was once seen as a beacon in the crypto world, participating in hearings in front of lawmakers and sitting at regulators' roundtable meetings. But now, his reputation is in tatters. FTX's bankruptcy filing last year was a significant blow, and these recent legal challenges only add to the company's woes. While one exchange grapples with legal woes, another stands firm against regulatory pressure. Let's dive into Binance's face-off with the SEC. And if you value this kind of in-depth analysis, don't forget to hit that like button. Binance has taken a firm stance against the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. The exchange has filed a motion with the U.S. District Court of Columbia, seeking a protective order against the SEC's overbroad and unduly burdensome information requests. This move comes as the SEC has been pressing Binance for extensive details, some of which Binance believes are irrelevant to the current inquiry. Binance's primary contention is that the SEC's demands are not proportional to the case's needs. The exchange has emphasized that many of the SEC's requests have nothing to do with the safety of customer assets. Furthermore, Binance has criticized the SEC for not explaining why it needs certain communications to assess the custody and security of customer assets. This lack of clarity has left Binance in the position of guessing what information would satisfy the SEC. Binance's legal challenges with the SEC began earlier this year. The SEC accused Binance and its CEO, Changpeng Zhao, of various violations, including misleading investors and mismanaging customer funds. In response, Binance has maintained that it keeps its customer fiat currency in segregated accounts, separate from corporate funds. The exchange has also highlighted that its CEO does not have direct control over BAM Trading's bank account. The SEC's aggressive approach towards Binance has raised eyebrows in the crypto community. Many see this as part of a broader pattern of the SEC misusing its discovery powers. Binance has even described the SEC's actions as a fishing expedition, suggesting that the regulator is overstepping its boundaries. These developments are concerning. The SEC's actions can be seen as an attempt to stifle innovation and to control the burgeoning crypto industry. Binance's resistance to the SEC's overreach is commendable and aligns with the crypto community's values of decentralization and financial freedom. From challenges in the US to new regulatory horizons in Asia, let's shift our focus to Singapore and its efforts to shape the future of stablecoins. As always, if you appreciate our nightly deep dives, make sure you subscribe for more. Singapore Central Bank, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, finalized its regulatory framework for stablecoins. This move mandates regulated issuers to maintain necessary reserves. The framework targets single currency stablecoins pegged to the Singapore dollar or any G10 currency issued within Singapore. Now, some key stipulations include issuers must maintain reserve assets backing their value. They must also hold minimum base capital and meet liquid asset requirements. Redemptions of single currency stablecoins at par should occur within 5 business days. Issuers must disclose information on the token's value, stabilizing mechanism, rights of holders, and audit results of reserve assets. This initiative aims to fortify trust in the evolving digital currency landscape by setting clear parameters. For instance, segregating customer stablecoins with custodians having a minimum credit rating of A- and requiring monthly attestation of reserves. The Monetary Authority of Singapore perceives unregulated stablecoins as a potential risk to its domestic market and retail investors. This regulatory move follows the downfall of Singapore-based Terra's algorithmic stablecoin last year. The framework also reflects feedback from a public consultation in October of 2022. The authority has taken a firm stance against crypto staking, prohibiting retail investors from participating. Only stablecoin issuers that adhere to the framework's requirements will earn the Monetary Authority of Singapore Regulated Stablecoins label. Non-compliance could lead to penalties, fines, or even imprisonment. The framework is set to be implemented in the first half of 2024. This move by the authority is a significant stride towards establishing a resilient and transparent digital financial ecosystem in Singapore. By setting clear boundaries and expectations, Singapore is positioning itself as a leader in this stablecoin regulatory space. This proactive approach ensures that as the digital currency landscape evolves, Singapore remains at the forefront, offering a safe and regulated environment for stablecoin issuers and investors. However, it is essential to recognize the broader implications of this framework. By regulating stablecoins, the central bank is acknowledging the growing importance and potential of these digital assets in the global financial system. It's a clear indication that traditional financial institutions are beginning to see the value and potential threats posed by decentralized digital assets. Stablecoin regulations are one thing, but maintaining the trust of the community is paramount. Speaking of trust, let's delve into the unfortunate downfall of Prime Trust. Don't forget to enable notifications to stay updated with our episodes. Las Vegas-based crypto custodian Prime Trust filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. This move follows the company's placement into receivership by Nevada regulators in late June. The regulators determined that Prime Trust was insolvent and could not service its customers. This action was a result of a series of challenges faced by Prime Trust and its associated companies over the past year. In June, Prime Trust was in the news when another crypto custodian, BitGo, intended to acquire the company. However, BitGo withdrew from the deal within 2 weeks without providing any reasons. Later that month, Bank, a subsidiary of Prime Trust, declared bankruptcy due to alleged mismanagement by its former CEO, Scott Purcell. Additionally, Prime Trust partner ABRA received a cease and desist order in Texas over accusations of securities fraud. The Nevada Financial Institutions Division decided to halt Prime Trust's operations. They said that they were monitoring Prime Trust's solvency in anticipation of a potential merger or acquisition. However, they found the company had breached its fiduciary responsibilities to its clients, violating Nevada trust laws. Regulators revealed that Prime Trust had inappropriately used customer funds to fulfill withdrawal requests since December of 2021, after losing access to some customer cryptocurrency wallets. Regulatory filings indicate that Prime Trust owed over $82 million to its customers due to missing fiat currency deposits. In contrast, they had $68 million in digital assets under their custody. A closer look revealed that most of these funds were held in an illiquid token rather than in Bitcoin. The situation led other crypto companies that had funds with Prime Trust to reassure their customers and attempt to withdraw their assets. However, some companies, like Coinbase, still had customer funds stuck with the bankrupt custodian. Prime Trust has stated that the bankruptcy filing will enable an orderly evaluation of options, including a potential sale of the company's assets. But this series of issues over the past year might make it challenging to find a buyer. While some institutions falter, others take bold strides forward. Europe is stepping up its game in the crypto space. But before we get into it, make sure to like this episode for more insights. Europe has taken a significant step in the cryptocurrency market with the launch of its first spot Bitcoin ETF. The Jacobi FT Wilshire Bitcoin ETF, trading under the ticker Bcoin, has been listed on Euronext Amsterdam. Now, this ETF is not just the first of its kind in Europe, but also stands out for its pioneering decarbonization strategy, ensuring compliance with the Sustainable Finance Disclosure Regulation Article No. 8. This strategy involves a renewable energy certificate solution provided by the digital asset platform Zumo. Fidelity Digital Assets, a firm specializing in crypto solutions for institutional investors, has been chosen by Jacobi Asset Management to custody Bitcoin for this ETF. The ETF's benchmark is the FT Wilshire Bitcoin Blended Price Index, provided by Wilshire Indexes. The listing of this ETF in Europe, especially with its unique decarbonization strategy, represents a significant step forward for institutional Bitcoin investment on the continent. The ETF's compliance with SFDR Article 8 through its decarbonization strategy is a noteworthy feature, addressing the environmental concerns associated with Bitcoin mining. This decision by Jacobi Asset Management to have Fidelity Digital Assets as the custodian for the fund acts as an extra layer of security and trust for potential investors. This move by Europe is particularly significant given the backdrop of US SEC's repeated rejections of numerous applications for a spot Bitcoin ETF over the past few years. It's kind of bittersweet to see Europe taking the lead in embracing the future of finance, especially when the US lags behind due to its regulatory hesitations. This move not only showcases Europe's progressive approach to digital asset regulation, it also sends a clear message about the continent's commitment to financial innovation. The inclusion of an ESG compliance strategy is a masterstroke, addressing one of the primary criticisms of Bitcoin, its environmental impact. It shows the industry can evolve, that it can adapt to meet global challenges. The US SEC's reluctance to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF seems more like a missed opportunity, especially when the demand and enthusiasm for such products are evident. Europe's proactive approach should serve as a wake-up call for regulators worldwide. It's high time that innovation is embraced, not stifled. From a landmark in Europe to concerns on American soil, let's look at how the FDIC is interpreting the crypto landscape. And if you want to stay ahead in the crypto world, make sure you hit that notification bell to keep up. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation has taken a significant step by including cryptocurrency in its annual risk review. For the first time, the FDIC acknowledges the potential risks that crypto brings to the banking sector. This move comes after witnessing the downfall of major financial institutions, including Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate Bank, and Signature Bank, all within a week. It was a bad week for banks. The FDIC's report highlights the dynamic nature of crypto assets and their rapid pace of innovation. The main concerns for the banking sector, as identified by the FDIC, include the possibility of contagion spreading to banks with exposure to the crypto sector and the run risk for banks holding stablecoin reserves. The report further emphasizes that all FDIC-supervised banks must inform the agency about any crypto-related activities they are involved in or plan to undertake. The FDIC's inclusion of crypto in its risk review reflects the challenges of assessing risks in a rapidly evolving domain. The report identifies several key risks, including uncertainties about the legal status of cryptocurrencies, potential fraudulent activities, and the complex interconnections within the crypto sector. These interconnections could pose contagion risks for banks with significant exposure to crypto assets. Moreover, the FDIC has expressed concerns about the vulnerability of stablecoins to run risk scenarios. Banks holding stablecoins could face significant deposit outflows, potentially destabilizing their financial foundations. The FDIC has been proactive in addressing these concerns. In 2022, it released a financial institutions letter urging FDIC-supervised institutions to inform the agency about their crypto-related activities. It also finalized a rule to address misrepresentation of deposit insurance availability and sent cease and desist letters to companies falsely implying that crypto assets were eligible for the FDIC insurance. In a world where decentralized finance challenges traditional norms, it's crucial to understand both sides of the coin. So what happened? Sam Bankman-Fried, the once celebrated figure in the crypto community, is now under the scrutiny of the Justice Department. Accused of a massive fraud, misappropriation, and political manipulation scheme, his actions might have far-reaching consequences, not just for him, but for the entire crypto industry. Binance, on the other hand, remains defiant against the US SEC's demands. Their resistance emphasizes the crypto community's core values of decentralization and financial freedom. Their stand could set the tone for future confrontations. Singapore's monetary authority finalizes its regulatory framework for stablecoins, ensuring transparency, trust, and stringent standards. As the world of digital finance evolves, Singapore seems keen on leading the way. But will the crypto community see it as guidance or another form of control? The demise of Prime Trust serves as a stark reminder of the risks and volatility inherent in the crypto space. Their downfall underscores the necessity for transparency, due diligence, and regulatory compliance. Europe has made an exciting move, launching its first spot Bitcoin ETF. With an ESG-compliant strategy, it is a step forward for institutional Bitcoin investment on the continent, possibly setting the stage for future innovations. Lastly, the FDIC, a stalwart of the traditional banking sector, turned its gaze towards cryptocurrencies. Their inclusion of crypto in their annual risk review reflects both apprehension and acknowledgement of this new age financial revolution. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then please like, follow, subscribe, leave a rating or maybe a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.